Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Notice is hereby given that in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, the laws of 1975, notice of this meeting has been sent to all school offices, officially designated newspapers, filed with the Township Clerk, and posted in the Board of Education office 40 hours in advance of this meeting. Roll call vote, please.
Certainly. Mrs. Assor?
Here.
Mrs. Austin?
Here.
Mrs. Berkowitz?
Here.
Mrs. Pintarelli?
Here.
Mr. Rossini?
Here. We'll do the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. With regard to my report, we just had our board retreat, which was really informative and useful, and it gives nice guidance for our direction next year, which I'm always thankful to see, and I'm thankful to Ms. Dowling and Ms. Signori and Mrs. Ippolito and everyone else who works on that to make sure that our goals are met, which I think they usually are, and it's just a terrific way to know that we have that kind of direction. Apart from that, we also have, the year is winding down, so we have a lot of important things going on, which we'll maybe mention as we go forward, and that's about it. I'm going to move to the committee reports. Buildings and grounds, anything?
Just that we are on our agenda. We opened up awards for the asbestos abatement project, and we are awarding contingent upon the contractor being able to enter into a PLA.
Okay. Communications and policies, Mrs. Berkowitz.
I have nothing for tonight, just our next meeting is in September.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Curriculum and technology, Mrs. Sanande is not here. Is there anything to mention? No. Finance, Mrs. Pintarelli.
Nothing for tonight.
Okay. Negotiations, I have nothing. We mentioned it in the during the retreat, though, that we'll have the administration contracts coming up next year. And personnel, Mrs. Assor.
Nothing to report.
Okay. What?
No, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. With regard, I'm going to open the meeting to public comments on agenda items only. I'm going to read this now, and then I won't read it later because there's nobody sitting in the audience. But in case somebody walks in, everyone and anybody watching will be apprised of the rules. The Rivervale Board of Education is committed to encouraging the citizens of Rivervale and employees of the Rivervale School District to speak directly to board trustees. In order to facilitate this communication, residents and employees are requested, 1, to sign in before speaking, 2, to maintain an appropriate sense of decorum, and 3, to limit their remarks to no more than 5 minutes. The board will also take under advisement the written comments and opinions of non-residents that are submitted to the board secretary. Being mindful of its responsibility to maintain the orderly conduct of meetings, the board retains the right to rule on such matters as the speaker's right to address the board, as well as the appropriateness of the subject being presented. The board's decision in such matters is final. The board also reminds all members of the public that while it subscribes without reservation to the principle of keeping the community informed, by policy and law, it cannot allow public discussion of personnel matters, nor can trustees comment on any current or pending litigation. If a matter concerning an employee of the Rivervale Public Schools is of interest or concern to a resident, the matter should be referred to the responsible building principal or the superintendent of schools by telephone, letter, or email. I'm going to open it to public comments on agenda items only at approximately 6:10 p.m. and close it because nobody walked in since I started reading those 2 paragraphs, and close it at 6:10 p.m. And now we'll move to the superintendent's report.
All right, thank you. Good evening. Just to kind of actually piggyback a little bit off of what our president said, this is a very busy time of year, but an exciting time of year with lots of school events going on. So just want to remind everyone and the public to please make sure you are reading those principal newsletters that go out. They are filled with all of the end of the year events. We've already had the elementary concerts. We've had field day so far, but we still have a lot coming up. We've got middle school concert coming up. We've got the middle school art show coming up. So just keep an eye out because this is a great time when we're celebrating all the work the students did all year and they get an opportunity to showcase their talents. We mentioned last board meeting that we had the middle school musical and the kids did a great job. So really there's events, it feels like happening every week. So please make sure that you're keeping an eye out for all of that. We do have our DC trip tomorrow for our 8th graders, so that's exciting. They are going to be getting on that bus bright and early going down, so we can't wait to hear about how that trip goes for them. I know that's something that they look forward to for many years. So it really is an exciting time, so just make sure you're keeping an eye out, and that's all I have for this evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And now we'll move to the board secretary's report.
I have nothing to report tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Wow. So let's move to general resolutions G1 through G5. May I have a motion, please?
All motion.
Second, please.
I'll second.
Discussion. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Certainly. Mrs. Asor?
Yes.
Mrs. Austin?
Yes.
Mrs. Berkowitz?
Yes.
Mrs. Pintarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Rossini?
Yes. Okay, moving forward to business resolutions B1 through B13. Will somebody move it, please?
I'll
I'll
make a
make-
motion. Oops, sorry.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. And discussion, please. Questions?
On B11, looks like we're really going to benefit from that grant. Maybe we could kind of explain to the public a little bit what that is.
Certainly. The Focus Grant is funding for optimal comprehensive universal screeners, which is what Ms. Dowling was speaking to in terms of purchasing dibbles for literacy screening. So the state is giving each district a per dollar amount per student so that we can help to offset some of that expense. So Ms. Dowling was kind enough to fill out the grant for us, and it was submitted, and then we will just seek the $4,030 in reimbursement.
That's great.
Yeah, that is great. Anything else? No? Anything? Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Certainly. Mrs. Asor?
Yes.
Mrs. Austin?
Yes.
Mrs. Berkowitz?
Yes.
Mrs. Pintarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Rossini?
Yes. And moving on to P1 through P21, personnel resolutions. May I have a motion, please?
I'll move it.
Second, please.
I'll second.
And discussion.
Yes, Missy Polito, can you just look at P16? Buildings and grounds and technology?
Yes, typo. Those are flipped.
Yes.
So we'll make that correction.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about? Okay. All right, yep. Yeah, so we were just saying, we were fighting over who's going to say how we regret seeing Ms. Nyfinger resigning and how much we'll miss her. And she's been there, you know, a nice long time, certainly there when my children were there, and she'll be missed. Ms. Berkowitz, do you have anything to add?
Absolutely. My older one had her, and she's just a phenomenal person, educator, and I wish her a very happy retirement and the best of luck.
Yep. Okay, Okay, anything? Nope. Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Certainly. Mrs. Asor?
Yes.
Mrs. Austin?
Yes.
Mrs. Berkowitz?
Yes.
Mrs. Pintarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Rossini?
Yes. And now we'll move to public comments on general items. The same rules apply as they did for agenda items that I read earlier. I'll open it to the public at 6:17 PM, and I will close it to the public at 6:17 PM. Old business? New business? And I know we're going into closed session. Motion to go into closed session.
I'll make a motion.
Anybody second?
I'll second.
Anybody against? Okay. All right, thank you, everybody. Terrific. I hope everybody has a good time down in Washington. Okay, thank you.